Welcome back to my channel, beautiful people, and today we're going to do another walkthrough on a beautiful property, or maybe not so beautiful property. If you're looking to be entertained, keep scrolling. I'm not going to do cool music and just highlight the highlights of the property. I'm actually going to do a full walkthrough, tell you about the community, the carrying costs such as HOA, SIDS and LIDs, the taxes, and actually what it cost to afford this home if you put 20% down. I'll do that at the end. So one thing about looking at new homes in these videos and walkthrough, I see they just tell you about the home, but the most important thing is about the community, because you can change aspects of the home, but you cannot change the community. So hope you like this home. If you have any questions, please reach out and stay tuned till the end so I can tell you about the affordability. And let's get into it. My associate, Carrie Nagao Chidi, with Sotheby's, my former brokerage. This is 3213 Molino Drive in Southern Highlands. This is a subdivision of Southern Highlands called the Cove. This is a gated community. Within the community, you have a community pool, and there's a community facility, playgrounds, and it's very walkable, joggable, bikeable. The whole Southern Highlands area is very much family-oriented area, which I'll get into in a minute. This home is approximately 2,389 square feet. The lot itself is 4,356 square feet. It has an office, 3 bedrooms, and 2.5 bathrooms. Right here to the left is going to be the office. Now, as far as the carrying cost for this, I actually called NV Energy, and it was an average of $109 a month. This might have been his second home. That's something you have to find out, but you can call Nevada Energy and they'll give you the yearly breakdown or the average per month on a year. So it was $109 a month, but I believe this was a second home. So that's something you have to look into. The yearly annual taxes on this home is $5,290. The HOA is $161, and that breaks down to 2 HOAs. Southern Highlands, which is $75, which is the master plan community fee, and the Cove itself, the sub-community, is $86. Great neighborhood. I lived here for a year. It's very family-oriented. One of the only communities that you'll see groups of kids, on the safe streets, riding bikes around, kids outside playing. There's a lot of parks. Olympic Park, I live right next to that. They keep the lights on at night, which is great for kids out there that want to go play basketball, or they have soccer facilities there. Great community. It's a master plan community. Southern Highlands, very well kept. Like I said, very rideable. If you like to bike ride, it's 15 minutes from the strip and the airport, approximately 13 miles away. This is the southernmost community if you're traveling to California. Oh, 2-car garage, I forgot to mention. So this is the garage. Regular tank water heater. It has an osmosis system right there for the water, if you can see that. But last community on the way out to California. So if you travel to California and back a lot, this will be a great community for you in Southern Highlands. The great thing I like about Southern Highlands is there's a lot of sub-communities, and some of those sub-communities are luxury. Some of them are guard gated, but the great thing is the Big L community of Southern Highland Country Club. The theory of progression and regression, anywhere that you're going to have a Big L community, the smaller communities surround it are always going to uphold their value because you have that luxury community giving the average of home prices, keeps it up, so your value is going to stay there in the Southern Highland community. From the CCSD, which is .org, which if you want to find out how the schools are, I can't really give that information due to what I can and can't say as a realtor. But if you want to go to the website, CCSD, with niche.com or greatschools.org will give you actual information of how the schools rate. And as far as safety, you can go to crimegrade.org to see what this community is. Again, I can't go into all that. dining and lifestyle amenities. They have great restaurants, not a lot of them, but the ones they do have are very high quality. There's Prime 141, there's Spaghetti Western, Soho Bistro. Spaghetti Western's been around forever. There's one of my favorite breakfast spots. Can't think of the name of it. I think it's Sunrise Cafe, but it's right there in the shopping center of Southern Highlands. There's 50 acres of parks and trails within this community, so if you like the outdoors, this is a great community for that as well. Very, very good area. So the average prices of homes in Southern Highland is $959,000, and that's because of the Southern Highlands Country Club, keeping that average up. And that's in the community. And after this video, we'll go into affordability. I didn't cover everything about this community on this video, but if you'd like to know more, please reach out. All the bedrooms are upstairs, obviously. You can see all this stuff online. This is actually a physical walkthrough. Well-kept home. It's a newer build. 2018, so it's not that old. Very well kept. Not a lot of upgrades, but very nice, very well kept. I didn't see any issues with wear and tear on this home. Carpet upstairs. Pretty basic package. I'll get into affordability after this. Now, is this home really worth it? Is it listed property? Now, is this home really worth it? Is it listed at a fair market price? Is it worth the purchase? So I pulled up a CMA. We're coming up here. We got 3 in the same neighborhood. So the CMA criteria, real simple, within a mile, apples to apples, 2-story home, same square footage, depending on, some might have 1 room extra, some might have 1 room less, or a pool or whatnot. So this is just a basic overview. If this was a real client, I'd do a super deep dive, which I'm not going to do right now. Just get an overall viewpoint of just the data, because if you want to take it a step further, you have to really compare apples to apples, and I'll explain that. So 3213 Molinos Drive, it's 2389 square feet, built in 2018. They're asking $6,995 for it, and there's 3 houses active on the market, 1 coming soon, 1 under contract, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 10 like-kind homes that's been sold in the last year. So let's look at the CMA active listings. Molinos Drive's at the top of the list at $292.80 a square foot. The average is $265 for listed homes. Under contract, under contract is at $251 a square foot. That square foot is really what you want to look at when doing a CMA and seeing if the home's worth the value. Sold, I'm just going to look at the averages. So the average sold price is $260.66. So 260 and 66 cents a square foot, and the median's 261.27. So just on the data alone, I would say this home is overpriced, because you have 2 listings that are active, one at $24.88 a square foot, which is more square foot, and this sits at $276.33 a square foot. So it's less, get more home for less money. And there's even a bigger one at $26.38 square feet, and that's at $227.44 a square feet. So just on the data alone, this home is overpriced. And we can look at days on market. Down here, the average days on market is you're going to be 34 days, and this is within a year. Things are shifting right now. We are seeing houses stay on the market a little longer, and I can even go a step further and pull up that data on just this neighborhood. What's the days on market average, this like last month, and then to compare, because sometimes a home is worth more if it has upgrades and stuff. So by doing that, I would just go back in here, look at the sold ones, look at the most recently sold one, which was in March, and this was 2638 for 600 grand, and that comes out to 231 a square, or a little bit less than 231 a square foot, 227 a square foot. And this was 54 days on market. And if I wanted to look, because I can't walk through this home, I just have to look at the pictures. I think the home we walked through is a little nicer, but definitely not $60 a square foot nicer. So is this home priced right? To me, this home is overpriced, but that as a buyer gives you more negotiation skills. Now let's look at this home, if you would, the affordability of this home if you went and bought it. 20% down. 20% down, you're going to come out of pocket $140,000 just for the down payment at the asking price of $6,995, which they're not going to get. Your prepaids and fixed, if you're getting a loan, that comes out to $16,000. Your total monthly, if you put 20% down, it's $45.48. That includes tax, licenses, insurance, and HOA. So with that said, it's overpriced, but you're looking at $4,500 a month and about $160,000 down. So that's affordability for this home in today's market. And the interest rate's at 6.875, 30-year fixed. Seller's paying your buyer's broker commission if you're good. So that kind of gives you an idea of affordability, how this house is priced. In my opinion, it's priced a little overpriced. But, you know, be that as it may, that's it. Hope you got some value from this video. Please like, share, subscribe, share with other people looking to move out here or sell in the Las Vegas area. The carrying cost is going to cost the seller a little more than they want, because it's going to sit on the market until they reduce the price. And we're starting to see a market shift. It's becoming a more balanced market just with all the new listings that are coming up. So if you like this video, yeah, give me a holler. Let me know what you think. Thank you guys for watching. As always, stay curious, keep exploring, and I hope to see everybody on the next one.